8 smart ways for demolition companies to get paid faster. We all want to get to the money. We also got to make sure that we do quality work and take care of our clients. So, one of the biggest difficulties in the demolition business is getting paid in a reasonable amount of time. Let's face it, the money is important for the business to float, and our output of doing good work for our clients is massive. You have to be able to do both, and you got to look at both. Do quality work and get paid reasonably. So, number one is to scrutinize contracts and set strict payment terms. Make sure before you guys do anything that your contracts are tight and you underwrite your people that you're working with. You really need to make sure the milestones are taken care of. You guys have things like late fees and other contingencies set out, and set strict but reasonable payment expectations in the beginning on the front end with your clients. Number two, leverage technology for faster invoicing. I would say gone are the days of mailing things. You guys can do this very easily through Square, as an example. They're online. You could also use QuickBooks, things of that nature. It's okay to be manual and paper-based if needed, but it is, a new day and age. You guys can lean on the digital aspect so that there's less instances for your people that you're working with to make up excuses that they didn't get the mail or they're out of town, they haven't been to the office in a while, that kind of thing. Number three is require upfront deposits and milestone payments. We kind of hear this very interesting in the industry. Sometimes people are very dedicated to deposits, sometimes they're not. But you guys got to, in my opinion, got to make sure there's skin in the game on both sides where this is possible. And in certain cases, don't work with people or companies or deals that this is not possible, but have some kind of skin in the game to make sure that they are serious and that they have the money they claim they do, that they have the intentions that they claim they do. So that way you guys can get taken care of on the front end and very strictly with milestones until the project is completed. Number four, incentivize early payments with discounts. This is a pretty cool thing. There are certain angles and ways that you guys can motivate clients from paying slow. There are certain ways that you can incentivize them to pay quicker. So things such as the 210 net 30 terms. There are things that you could shave off a few percentage points and make it where people will pay you sooner because it's a discount to them. Kind of like a sale or a deal. Number five, penalizing late payments with fees. You guys have to make sure that people understand that incentives are real. You can incentivize people to do things in a certain way for the positive. You can also disincentivize them to pay you late, as an example. So that's where fees can come in, and make sure that those are very, very clear in your contract and your agreement, and everyone's on the same page with that. Number six is using preliminary notices, reserve lien rights. Where you're concerned about getting paid, you guys can use those liens. It's not something that you want to do left and right or commonly. This is kind of a backup strategy. Make sure that you guys can have those notices in advance prior to doing the liens, so that way everything's clean and clear. Everyone can see that you made multiple attempts to do the right thing and to get paid, and that they did not do the right thing and pay you. Number seven is leveraging invoice financing programs. This is pretty cool. Cash flow can be a challenge, frankly, for everyone in the business. And if there are ways to do financing programs, like let's say in the example of with consumers to demolition a home, that is pretty sweet. If you guys can get paid very quickly through the finance company, and they, the consumer, can make sure that they can do payments through a finance company and your hands are kind of clean, that is beautiful. You guys can get paid even quicker. You can get deals that otherwise may have not been able to go to the deal stage because not everyone has a bunch of money floating around. Number eight, maintain robust accounting practices. Accounting is super important, whether it's your account receivable, whether it's your accounts payable. You want to make sure that you are able to optimize the money going out, and you want to make sure that you can get the money coming in as quickly and as verbose as possible. So hopefully this has been helpful, some of the insights that you guys can utilize to make sure that you get your money right in your demolition business.